Hey Aries, welcome to Soul Embers and your reading. I hope everyone's well, feeling awesome, safe and happy. Wishing you many blessings and lots of love in 2022. So today's reading, will this go the distance? You know, I thought I'd bring this topic to my YouTube family in the form of a tarot reading. After I realized in most recent months, many of my clients that came to me for guidance in their love life, whether single, partnered, in a situationship, are asking that question more often than not. So it seems to be the collective energy, really paying attention who and where we're investing our energy at the moment. So hopefully if this is a question you're finding yourself asking, I can offer some guidance, I can offer some messages that resonate and be helpful and of service in some way to you. So let's jump into it and see, first of all, Aries, who am I connecting with right now? Who is this message for? Why does Aries want to know if this is going the distance? What's on Aries' mind? What's going on here? Let's have a look and see what's happening with Aries. Aries, I'm already feeling that you're really at a loss. You just can't seem to see a way through this. There is a part of you that I'm feeling you're really disconnecting from. You're really numbing and you don't want to lean into. There's an aspect of yourself that you're ignoring that, you know, it causes you too much distress to engage with this aspect of yourself. You want to take a break from being a particular way. You want to take a break from feeling a particular way and from feeding a certain behavior or a thought, let's say. Maybe you've been overthinking about this situation and it's really done your head in. It's one of those energies that I'm getting that you're trying to run away from yourself, trying to escape this, trying to redirect your energy, really pouring a lot of effort into being mindful of your mind slipping down a path that you would much rather not allow yourself to go. So you really want to kind of take an objective approach to this part of yourself. I feel that you really want to take control, and you're telling this aspect of yourself to just take a seat. It's time for you to sort out some business and stop letting it control you, this thought, when it comes to your love life. Yeah. I do also sense it's been kind of like the process of going from some kind of a loss or a realization when it comes to this particular person or your love life, depending on your situation, where, you know, you felt that you lost yourself to a degree, that you really kind of parked what matters to you to enable a partnership to flourish. There were parts and aspects of yourself that you really did have to give up so that you can bring this partnership together. This partnership meant a lot to you, Aries. And I say meant a lot to you because I feel that something has happened in recent months, or even more recent than months. I would say in the weeks, past few weeks, something has happened here that has really kind of all that effort that you put into protecting it, to growing it, to nurturing it, and the sacrifices of yourself that you made seem to have you didn't avoid the result you feared. So the thing you feared most ended up happening in the end. not only do you feel that you've lost something that was really important to you, or a person that was really important to you, whether it be temporary or whether it be permanent, okay? Whether something's happened and you've decided, or both of you have decided, or one of you has made the decision to take space to really, really see whether this is going to go in a direction that either of you want it to go in. I think what is most important here, what's really been hard for you, Aries, is the realization that you isolated yourself from yourself. You disconnected from what matters most, and you're left grieving a certain truth that's been uncovered, or a certain loss, and you're also grieving the part of you that you feel that you gave up on, and you're saddened by that. You feel you deserve to treat yourself better. I'm hearing, Aries, that a lot of you may even be saying these words, and it's a mirror, okay? You may be saying these words about the other person. Let's say, I deserve to be treated better. I deserve to be nurtured. I deserve to be, the parts of me that were so giving, I deserved them to be reciprocated. And what I'm getting here is that it's a direct mirror of the parts of yourself that you have sacrificed, that you sacrificed to, nurture the partnership. And those parts of you that you sacrificed, you're now feeling that you should have treated yourself better. You shouldn't have parked, or you shouldn't have suppressed, or you shouldn't have, given up on those aspects of yourself that to enable the relationship to grow, right? So pay attention to the language that you're using. Have a think about, or reflect on, reflect on how you believe you should have been treated, and which aspects of yourself you ignored and you suppressed, that you feel you could have treated those parts of yourself better. There is a disconnect that I'm feeling here for you, Aries. And it's all worth it, right? It is definitely all worth it when it comes down to making decisions that following the dream, following this outcome, feeling that the fulfillment is at this end destination. And I feel that there was quite a bit of resistance, Aries, when it came to the journey towards the outcome. The journey towards the outcome was not fulfilling. There was a lot of resistance. It was very, I guess, it was a bumpy road. And I feel that you've been left with the remnants and the feelings of that journey, which were definitely unfulfilling, and you're confused by the fact that you could have, you're confused by the fact that the vision of this outcome for the two of you was so powerful that it was what kept you going. It was what you thought was worthy of sacrificing certain parts of yourself to enable the partnership to grow. So you're feeling at this stage, the areas that I'm connecting with are feeling isolated, are feeling that they're grieving not only the truth, finding out the truth and the reality of a situation, or potentially grieving the loss of a partnership that could have been, but also grieving the loss of a part of themselves and feeling that they deserve to treat themselves better. And so there is this confusion and there is this conflict because the desire to still pursue the partnership is still there, okay? And if you think about this, Aries, really, really think about it. Let's peel back a few layers and go a little bit deeper. If you think about this, it's this desire to reconnect with yourself that you are, it's the desire to reconnect with what you've lost or what you gave up. you feel that that can be found. The confusion lies because you feel that that can be found within that partnership. Yet there is this confusion and something doesn't sit right. This is the energy that I'm getting for you. The reason why it doesn't sit right is because what you're looking for isn't where you're looking for it. It's the part of yourself that you need to reconnect with. Okay, so I won't dig any deeper, even though I'd love to. Otherwise, we'll be here for over an hour. So let's break this down and have a look and see. What is this about for beautiful Aries? Let's have a look and see. Another thing I'm getting for you, Aries, I'm getting a lot of messages for you guys today. Another thing that I'm getting for you is there is definitely a need for you to reconnect with the part of yourself that you're trying to disconnect from. The need to lean into it, as uncomfortable as it may feel, when you're ready. Okay, when you're ready, I feel that you're a little bit tired of yourself, if that makes sense. Tired of that constant thought that keeps on playing, like, over and over. It's on repeat, this thought that you keep circling and you end up back where you started, like a hamster on a wheel. So, when you're ready, give it the space that it needs. Figure out which part of yourself you've isolated and, you're saddened by that, which part of yourself you've disconnected. And as you make that connection, you redirect your energy, you make that connection back to yourself, you will find that you'll find it easier to lean into the aspect of yourself that you're finding so exhausting right now. And you will be able to, come up with some solutions to work through that, rather than feel like you're circling, getting frustrated and getting nowhere. So will this go the distance? Well, there is an element here where there is this aspect that needed to come to an end in order for something new to grow. And what I'm getting here is just when it comes to your love life, Aries, what I'm feeling is that you, being the beautiful Aries that you are, and trying to accommodate and compromise to bring things together in such a loving and nurturing way, there needs to be a balance brought here. Rather than completely surrendering certain aspects of yourself that matter, finding ways to integrate them without them, without the fear, I guess, of not being accepted. Finding ways to integrate them into your partnership in ways that they're respected and accepted, even if they're not necessarily something that a partner would like or agrees with. It's about understanding the differences, making that, finding that fine line between, well, we will agree to disagree, and that does not mean that our partnership is any less stronger because we don't see eye to eye in this matter. So it's about finding that balance so that you can then, I guess, reconnect with yourself. Today's reading for you, Aries, is all about finding your way back to yourself, finding that equilibrium. The aspects of yourself that you shut out are the aspects that this partner, this person that you want to know if it's going to go the distance, are the parts that they can't accept because you're not accepting, you're not allowing them to be part of the party. And so you'll never feel whole and at peace or accepted within the partnership because, the entirety of you is not present. And so finding that balance is going to give you so much strength. It's going to really, really cultivate your self-worth and your confidence and your self-acceptance, and you know, you're nurturing yourself. I hope that makes sense. At this stage though, what I'm seeing is that it's very difficult. You're feeling very hurt and you're feeling very guarded. You're not ready to face certain things, not because you're being egotistical, not because you're being, what's the word that I'm looking for? Ignorant about the situation. No, it's nothing to do with that. It's very raw for you. I feel that this person has triggered this truth, this separation, this realization, whatever it is for you, Aries. I feel that they've triggered something within you that you're not quite ready to face. I feel there's a bit of, it's that initial shock that takes place, and once that shock settles, then we go through the different stages and emotions that come with it. From there, I feel that you will work through this, as if there is ever a doubt that Aries won't work through this, like quicker than most. Honestly, Aries, if there's one thing I know about the beautiful Aries, it's that you guys don't stay stuck for too long. You definitely feel the pain. You definitely feel it. You definitely feel the injustice that's being caused, but it doesn't keep you down for very, very long. You learn to quickly pick yourself up through the grief and just keep moving forward. So like I said, very true to the Aries spirit, you will find a way to rise above this. So, you know that this is an emotion, it's a visitor, and it's temporary. It doesn't need to set up camp, and it won't set up camp. Your perspective will change. You will get sick of the situation or the feeling, and you will literally just say, all right, it's time to snap out of it. That's the type of energy that I'm getting. And then you'll know what to do. It's just a matter of making that choice, and you know, drawing on all your reserves to make that decision to move forward in whichever direction that is. So now that we've kind of got an understanding, Aries, of what's happening here, how you're currently feeling, connecting with the fact that, you know, at this time, you're not ready to take the steps that are needed. I have to say, a message that I'm getting for you is, don't be hard on yourself. It's part of the process. Just sit with it. Just sit with it. You're not ready. It's okay. For those of you that resonates with, because wherever I'm looking, I'm seeing blindfold, you know, there's a hood here. I can't see the face. I'm drawn to these images, right? The lady in this card here has her eyes closed, and it's about making the right choice through the process of literally going within and doing that self-exploration. Things were not, I do feel, Aries, that things were not reciprocated here, and things were not balanced between the two of you. And so now it's time, it's a major energy. This is a major shift. And as much as you may have tried to avoid this with all your good intentions, I feel that it was going to happen anyway. You know, it was a necessary part for you to really identify and, you know, step into the energy and level up when it comes to your love life. First, you must accept those parts of yourself. So let's draw out a couple more cards and have a look and see, what is this about? Tell me about whether or not this is going to go to the distance. So wanting to know if Aries is going to reconnect with this person, if it's going to turn around. What is the message here for Aries? Too many cards there, guys, but I will take that one. Okay. Let me straighten that up for you. So I'm definitely getting a pooling type of energy, like it's time to hold back and it's time to focus on yourself. Thinking about whether or not this is going to go the distance is probably, it would be wiser. The message I'm getting is it would be wiser to focus on reconnecting with yourself. It would be wiser to focus on rebuilding your strength, recentering, recalibrating, reconnecting with who you are and what matters most, those parts of you that you may have ignored during this partnership. It's a time for you to really pay attention to your impulsiveness. Making impulsive decisions is probably not going to get you the results that you'd like to get. There may be a desire to really fulfill this dream when it comes to this relationship. However, it's only through the process of really slowing down and letting things, for example, unfold naturally without force, without pursuing, that you're really going to be able to see how you feel about this. There's an element here of trust needing to be either rebuilt, restored. There is something here that I'm feeling it's trust, that in order for it to be rebuilt and to be real, a real change, the different stages need to be processed appropriately. So taking that step back, controlling that impulsiveness, controlling the desires, and not acting out, on a whim, and allowing this to unfold naturally, and then seeing how you feel about it. Think about what you've invested so far. Think about whether or not you are going to start falling into the trap of putting in more energy than you're ready to put in at the moment. That process of analyzing, of taking information as it comes in and working with it to see how you actually feel will tell you where there is resistance, where there is distrust, where there is more work to be done, and you'll start working on connecting with the different aspects of yourself, so your mental, emotional space, and listening to your higher self, receiving those messages from your higher self, right? And your spirit guides as to what is the best approach to take so you can make the best decision for yourself. And through that process, what is happening here is you're consciously making decisions that are both respecting yourself, acknowledging yourself, which is things we spoke about earlier, are appreciating the different aspects of yourself and where the fears lie. So respecting them, listening to them, appreciating them, and through that work we're reconnecting, and from there get ready, because there is going to definitely be a positive outcome for you. You will get the justice that you're looking for, and rather than attaching this sense of fulfillment with this vision of what this could be, I feel this sense of fulfillment is going to start existing in the present moment as part of your journey. I'm going to draw out a couple more cards before I close this off for you, Aries. So guys, I do take personal readings, and if this resonates and you'd like to work through some of the challenges you're facing when it comes to this situation, feel free to reach out. I'd love to work with you. My contact details are in the description box below. Yeah, so look, again, we have double confirmation here. In the traditional tarot deck, this card here, just breathe, is the Four of Swords. You definitely need, the message here is really being highlighted. Take a step back. Allow yourself the space that you need to just be with the emotion. Hold back from making any rash decisions, whether they be to engage, whether it be to disengage, whatever the situation is. Conversation doesn't need to cease if you're still in communication, but decisions being made, the message is very, very strong. Try and stay clear from making any long-term decisions right now, because things are going to change for you in the near future. So the number 7, I'm seeing the number 7 is a number here that keeps popping up for me. So if to some of you the number 7 might mean something, if not, I do suggest you look up the spiritual meaning of number 7, or what number 7 means in numerology, and there might be something there that will really resonate with you and your situation and offer some further clarity for you as well, Aries. So I hope you found that helpful. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye, Aries.